Welcome to PAX Area Gaming. This is Reg, and we are in the grand finale of Lea and P Overture. We're picking up exactly where we left off last time, in the coastal area, and we're going to head towards the coastal village. That takes care of that fella. Top off the weapon, and then we can move forward. Easy peasy. We have the entrance to the village ahead of us. Seems like a quiet, sleepy little town, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Checking out the environment. There's a nice little aurora glowing in the background. Wrong weapon. I've fallen in the water so many times. I think it's becoming sort of instinctual for me to avoid it when I'm fighting these guys now. You know, a deft dodge or a little roll, and I avoid drowning. Alright, village doesn't seem to be too occupied. We have a couple of different directions we can head into. Couple little minor enemies. Little napping lady over here. Okay, so there's that side. which I think is probably progression, and then there's another side. There's a lighthouse over here we have to get to, but I'm not. We'll see it in a second. Let me just take care of this guy first. Okay. So we have this little area over here. Seems quiet and peaceful enough. Alright. Alright, so we have to go the other way. And all of these guys will respawn if you do a save at one of the stargazers. But I'm not too worried about them. None of them seem to be all that overwhelming. So if you end up having to activate the stargazer, actually you can activate the stargazer without resting at the stargazer. If you rest, they'll respawn. If you just activate it, they won't. So the lighthouse off to the left. We can't get into that little house yet. So get over there. This way. All right. Krat Lighthouse. Also very quiet. Well, maybe because it's haunted. Okay, so we're going to loot our way through the lighthouse, see what we find inside. Maybe the key to that house that we can't get into yet. And we have a stargazer. So we activated it, but we didn't rest at it, so we're good in terms of enemies. Okay, we have a behind the lighthouse area to explore as well. But why don't we continue making our way up the... Oh, that's beautiful. I've only seen that one time in real life in Maine. Beautiful state of Maine. It's really nice. What have we here?
The whole thing's just suspicious. Think about it. There aren't really that many places someone as heavy as that lighthouse keeper can hide in.
Hint, hint. Okay. So we know that there's something... Yeah, that would have been too easy. Alright, we'll come back to that when we figure out if there's something else we need to in order to get there. Let's make our way up to the top. Aha. Do we have a key? Nope, we We have a letter. Another ampule. Okay. It sounded like Rosario, but I'm not sure that's her. So we can go up one more, but let's check this out first. Okay, another moonstone. And let's go up to the top.
Hey, buddy, see that? Over there. We found it. The Rose Estate.
Finally. It's way
Lea
the hell
should
out
be
in the middle of
nearby.
nowhere. Alright, I'm guessing that's our next destination.
It's full of sadness now.
It is her, okay. I don't know how the heck she got all the way out here, but okay. You little odd girl.
Oh, it's you, my forever friend. I'm so glad to see you again. I followed the white butterfly here. I found the Rose Estate, but it's full of sadness now. I can't go inside. I'm okay. I have you. My new friend who looks like my old friend. You gave me the world again. I miss my old friend, but it's okay that you're not him. You're on your own journey, and I think that's wonderful. Will you promise me something? When your journey ends, let's meet again in a pretty place. Rosora will wait for you there.
Okay, Rosora. I don't know where that is, but we'll figure it out. I guess I'm meeting you there. Alright, see ya. Okay. That was the other side of that box that we got to that we couldn't go beyond. And okay, this is the... Yeah, now would be a good time to save. That's cool.
Is that?
Actually,
Yes, it is. A Broad Bay
Right.
lore cask. Aged 30 years. You have exquisite taste for a... Well, word around town is that the Legendary Stalker prefers Lab Lewy wine. But when it comes to harder stuff, nothing beats whiskey, eh? And since you know its value, don't even think about walking away without letting me make an offer.
yeah, I'm guessing the only purpose for this is to actually sell it to him. Because P doesn't drink.
It's time to celebrate my triumph. And a beer is just what I need. Ah, good.
There you go.
This
Give me the
is
key to your
bottle
cabin.
of beer
I'm guessing
I
this is
saved.
where I get the key from.
I bought 3 bottles of this brew after my wife left me. I already drank 2, and now this is the last one. The one I swore I'd only open once I caught the fish. Did you praise my catch to the villagers and the brat? Did the brat crack a grin? Oh, I bet he did. It's why I caught the fish, to teach Manolin a life lesson. That we are not made for defeat. That humans can be destroyed but not defeated. Let's raise a toast to victory. With the beer I saved for this day.
In the base game, I told the truth quite a bit, and it made me more human, apparently. Although I did lie at certain points in time. I guess because I'm human now, lying is actually a good thing. I guess. I don't know. Okay, so we finished the old guy's quest, except for going back to his house. Okay, finally. So she didn't really, well, I guess when he said she left him, he meant she died. That's sad. Okay, so here ends his quest. Onwards we go. Okay, I'm guessing, although I don't see a way forward. Okay. Alright, well, I guess this is the way forward, since I won't be able to get back that way. I have to take out the mother of all these giant fish. Really fast. Fast and janky. You can't tell what he's doing. With these giant creatures that swallow you and then spit you out. Oh my god, he's annoying. Made this fight a lot easier just using fire. Jeez. Ah, there we go. Alright, so we could only move forward if we killed that creature. And we have a whale over there that looked just like Moby Dick. So this is a loop around back to the village. Got it. So it's not the way forward. Okay, so past the fisherman's house is the way forward.
Huh. Okay, now, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure the Legendary Stalker is nearby.
Who are you? You look familiar. Wait. This is Romeo's locket. How? This is something very dear to me. Thank you for returning it. But, before all that, how did you find me? I see. The tracker. He told you about me. He never could fix that irksome quirk of his. Always wasting his time on lost causes. But he doesn't extend his trust easily. His faith in your character speaks volumes. Does that mean I can trust you? Fine. I concede you are not my enemy. If you were, the tracker would have made sure you never reached me. The fact you're alive means he trusted your intentions when he sent you here. The tracker has always looked after others. That's the principle that guides him. Comrades would be a better term to describe us than friends. That said, he is the reason I'm listening to you now. Just don't ask me anymore. This photo. It's the last print left. A pity it's damaged. A memory of me with my 2 apprentices. Happier days now gone forever. I was tough on them. I was such a fool. I never appreciated how precious our time together truly was. When tragedy befell us, I couldn't face the past. But Romeo kept the locket for me. To tell you the truth, I couldn't bear it. It was just too painful to see how happy we'd been. All this is the work of that damned Arlecchino. We have a history. When he ran rampant as a serial killer long ago, I was the one who put an end to his reign of terror. He was evil to the core. So during our battle, I did my best to destroy his body. Perhaps he holds a grudge against me over that. I had heard the ego of a murderer awakened within his ego. But can a puppet be considered human through ego alone? I don't even know if a puppet is capable of holding a grudge like a human. But since he dragged Romeo into this, I will not let it stand. Arlecchino left me an invitation to meet. To think he was under my nose the entire time. I searched everywhere for him. Insanity. No time for regrets. Romeo is at the Rose Estate. Along with that damned puppet. Do you truly mean that? You'll be putting your life on the line. I'd like to say I don't need your or anyone's help. But the last time I fought Arlecchino, I just barely managed to get the upper hand. And that was when I was healthy. There's no guarantee I'll win this time. With Romeo's life at stake, I accept your help. From one stalker to another, I, Lea Florence, ask you to fight with me. We must find a way into the Rose Estate. Despite outward appearances, its defenses are formidable. And the bigger problem is, I've lost my key. So, you and I will have to work something out when we reach the gates. The key? What? How? You must be part crow. You certainly hoard everything you come across. This is the key I lost a while ago. Well, this will make it much easier to get inside. The entrance to the Rose Estate is further up the mountain path.
Okay, so we're going to be assisting Lea.
Once you're ready. I'll wait for you outside.
Well, let's scour this place first. See if there's anything that we need. And now we have an ally we'll be working with, which is good. And in the main game, yes, Arlecchino is pretty beaten up.
Romeo, this is likely my final message to you. I am off to battle Arlecchino to save you. I'll do whatever it takes. Your survival is all that matters. Nothing else comes close, not even my life. There was nothing admirable about my life. But I did what I could. In the only way I knew how. I know Carlo's death scarred us all. I know it changed everything. But we endured. There was always hope. And it was because of you. Without you by my side, I would have been lost long ago.
Okay. I think that's it for this place.
Come on, we need to follow her.
So Carlo and Romeo were
The enemies here are not to be taken lightly.
basically her mentees. Romeo's been captured. Carlo is dead. But remember, we're time traveling here. Hint, hint. Alright, let's take a jump back to the lighthouse to solve this little riddle that I think I've figured out. I have an amulet that allows me to add weight. Couldn't figure out why you would ever use something like that.
There aren't really that many places someone as heavy as that lighthouse keeper can hide in.
It didn't make sense to have an amulet that would make you heavier than you needed to be. So, we have one. The idea is to put it on and see if that unlocks this secret. There you have it. So I wonder what happened. Well, I guess if you don't have that amulet, you would never unlock the secret, right? Okay, it's just a journal. But it's pretty interesting that you could easily miss that. Easily. I mean, you can get there. You know, I've watched another person play through and never unlock what was behind there. But Gemini gives you a hint, and of course, that letter gives you a hint as well. Okay, so now that that's done, let's go talk to the tracker.
Come to me anytime. The door only opened for someone of great weight. Ingenious. Who would have thought? Well done. You have the keen mind of a detective. To condemn the lighthouse keeper to such a cruel fate, though, I'll never be able to stomach their evil wrongdoings. As long as the alchemists rule Krat, tragedies such as this shall never end. Thank you for revealing another truth. Without you, the alchemist's secrets would have stayed locked away forever. More problems remain, of course. For all intents and purposes, Krat remains under the thumb of the alchemists. I know that what I'm doing is something that must be done, but I often feel like I'm fighting alone in meaningless battles. The enemy is great, and I am but one man. Will my efforts ultimately be in vain? Will the terrible truths I know ever be revealed to the people of Krat? Will the terrible truths I know...
Yes, we'll make sure.
You fascinate me. You talk of future events as if they
And we later find out in the main game that he is the brother of the woman who upgrades your weapons.
I must protect. My only family, someone whose life I pray shines with truth. I may be destined to toil through life, mired in deceit and lies. But my wish is for her to live happily. That's the sole reason I remain here and continue to fight.
They did a great job connecting this DLC back to some elements of the original game. That is pretty easily missable, by the way. I mean, you really do have to dialogue with the NPCs in order to get the real lore.
Are you well?
Meeting up with Lea, who is in this direction. Yeah. Alright, lady, lead the way. Let's see what you got. Oh. Okay. Alright. I guess she's the legendary stalker for a reason. Not bad for someone who sounds like she's dying every time she takes a break. Okay. I'm guessing she can't die since this is part of the plot.
Still fight. Then prepare yourself. We're wasting time.
Alright, alright, alright. Alright, she's leading the way, so we don't have to worry about getting lost.
You have some skill. You must have had a good teacher.
Alright. Lea, both those kills were mine. Just in case you were wondering. It was a real pain in the ass to get to the Rose Estate.
Stance, the way you move, it's oddly familiar.
Yes, because you taught me that. I know I have gray hair, I look a little different, but hey. I'm glad there's no friendly fire in this, because I'm just swinging wildly.
Out of it. Dare die on me. Right there. Are you hurt?
This is a pretty good run.
It's this way. Quickly.
Yeah. Jeez. I just think I struggled with 3 of these guys at the Savannah area earlier in the DLC.
Have we met before by some chance?
Yep, we have.
I'll create an opening. Watch my back. This is the end. Die!
Wow. I want her weapon. Whatever that is she's using, I want that. She came back. Alright, she saw me struggling and came back to get me. Thanks, Lea.
Don't take your eyes off the enemy.
Okay. Wow, I wish she was fighting with me the whole time. This is pretty good. She's just mowing through enemies.
Keep moving. We just need to cross this bridge. is the end. Die!
Okay.
Hold their attention.
Holy shit. Oh, I definitely have to have that weapon.
I must. At least until we reach the estate.
Wow. That is an incredible fable art. See, getting something like that would make you want to replay the entire game if you can have that weapon. I don't know whether these,
I will. Damn this snow.
whether completing the
hurry.
DLC allows you to port these weapons back to the main game.
Look, the Rose Estate.
You have to look that up.
Keep moving.
I know you have to get to a particular point in the main game before you're able to access this stuff. Which would seem to me that you could play through until you get to, I think it's chapter 9, do the DLC, complete the DLC, and then go back
Yeah.
and complete the rest of the main game. Then you would have a weapon at that point. But if you don't do it that way, I'm not sure you could. I know you can do a boss run when the DLC is over. I don't plan to do
We
that.
made it, but I may have pushed myself too hard. You go ahead. Check out the situation. I'll follow soon. I just need to take something for the pain.
All right. Well, you rest up. You've done a great job.
What happened here? Wait. Could this be the Monad Charity House tragedy? But that was the petrification disease, wasn't it? This is just a massacre.
Okay, so this connects to the main game in a bunch of different ways. Sophia, I think lived here as well. So you had her, you had Carlo, you had Romeo, you had Lea. I forget Sophia's dad's name. It starts with a V. Because this was referenced quite a bit in the base game. But we never got to this place. So it's good to actually visit, but it's pretty messed up right now. There's blood all over the place. Oh my God, that is deeply disturbing. Arlecchino is one sick puppy. Holy cow. So, I'm guessing we found Romeo.
Not you. Not like this. This wasn't supposed to happen.
Okay, she's having a moment.
You deserve to be happy.
Okay, so the dialogue repeats. So we're gonna go ahead, and I'm guessing we'll meet up with her at some point later in this mansion.
Horrific. To see the arms of her apprentice like that.
Yeah.
Do you think she'll be okay? I mean, that would destroy anyone, regardless of their resolve.
But she's the legendary
The only way we
stalker.
can help her is to find Romeo.
Or find the rest of Romeo. Okay, so we will eventually loop back to this area to unlock a shortcut. I think this just loops right back down. And just make sure. Yeah, this just loops right back down. So the way forward is up here somewhere. Well, Lea is a monad as well. So maybe she and Sophia were sisters. I'm guessing the murder puppet was Marchiona. Seemingly passive enemies here. Or at least too slow to react before I kill them. Alright. So far, nothing too bothersome. I love the music. The background music is awesome. This estate is huge. Sorry, you napping people. Waking you guys all up from your slumber. Okay, so okay, that sounds different. Yeah, let's top off my weapon. I'm not sure what that sound is. Oh, it's that guy. Oh, that's my new shotgun. Yeah, that was one of the new Legion arms that I have. The problem with it is you have to be really close to the enemy for it to have much of an effect. I guess it's true for shotguns as well. If you're really far away, you're not going to really do a lot of damage. But if you're really close up, you will. And it seems to give you quite a few shots. Oh, that's right. The charity house was sort of like an orphanage. So it wasn't just a mansion. It was also a sort of like an orphanage for kids. So the way I think this works is that Geppetto left his son after his wife died here because he didn't feel like he could take care of him. I think that's how this worked out. It's certainly an interesting spin on the classic Pinocchio. I'm checking to see whether or not Lea is still down there, but I can't really tell from that angle. Huh. This is Sophia's room. She calls them her family. She says, my family. And it's Lea, Romeo, and Carlo. So Antonio was part of this as well.
Wait, this must be Sophia's room.
Yeah, we figured that out, Jiminy.
She was here when all this happened.
Camille was Camille was Carlo's mom, or Camille was Sophia's mom? I think Camille was Sophia's mom. Yeah. Because she became the gold coin tree. I still rely on my bow a little bit too much, because that enemy there I could have easily dispatched with the glaive or any other maxed out weapons that I have, and I have a few of them now. Okay, you must be the... Oh, crap, wow. Oh my god, your little helper's gonna get me killed. Oh, okay, so there's friendly fire. You killed your own helper guy. Jeez. That little hammer thing he's got going is... Okay, so staying behind him is this smarter move, because his little hammer thing is impressive. Oh my god, my special move missed. Okay, we'll have to do it the hard way. Alright. There we go. Wow. Dude, you made me burn through half my heals. Alright. We have one piece of loot in the back. I was trying to see whether or not that door is blocked. So the way forward is through this little Little kitchen area? No. Yes. Okay. I guess I should follow the blood trail. And we go down. This is a bit of a confusing confusing big mansion. Is this the cellar? Yeah, it looks like a cellar. Ah. Alright. New stargazer. Thank God. It's like, am I going to have to go all the way back to the beginning if I get killed? This is another one of the weapons I got during this gameplay, and I maxed it up a little bit. Figured electricity is supposed to do well against puppets, I believe. Actually, pretty quick. But I like the electricity effect. I'm not a fan of the fable arts that go with it, but I'm giving the bow a little rest for the moment. But I reserve the right to switch back to it if we get a lot of these little annoying enemies. Well, how many chefs are in this place? Why are they dropping from the ceiling? All right. Well, they drop a lot of loot, so I guess I can't complain. Okay. So okay, so now I guess we're at the wine cellar. That's right, this is built into a bit of a mountain, so that would make sense. I was saying normal spaces, I don't know that you would go that far, that many levels down, but I guess you could, depending on where you're building this stuff. These guys explode when you kill them. Okay, well this weapon works really well against them, even though they're not puppets. Okay. We went down steps, now we're going up a ladder. This place sort of makes you semi-paranoid, like, is something going to jump out? There's an awful lot of blood on the floor. Okay, we have another large enemy. Oh, looks like the enemies from the base from the base game. One of these patrol officers, I guess, and they hit really hard. But I've never used the baton as a weapon in the game. I'm not sure this is doing as much damage as I'd hoped. He seems to just tank his way through it. Yeah, see. Well, I guess it has an effect on him since I'm seeing it, but it doesn't. Looks like it's doing nearly as much damage as I'd hoped. The good thing is unblockable moves. Oh, this is the Fable art, by the way. It just gives me hyper speed. I don't know whether it does any more damage, but it allows me to dodge almost anything. So I'm still apparently fairly assy at blocking, but at least I do it now, versus early in the game when I wasn't blocking at all. Accusation against Simon. What were you protecting? Quartz. At this point, I mean, I guess unless you're unlocking everything, you probably are just using the quartz because you have slots that you can put them in. Back at the P organ thing. Okay, we've had steps, we've had a ladder, and now we have an elevator. Yeah, I found myself putting the quartz into stuff that I don't really use, but I guess it's helpful. We have another chest over here. Looks like mom and dad's bedroom. Oh, Valentinus. That's Sophia's dad. I couldn't remember his name. I knew it started with a V. So I guess she and Lea are sisters.
This must be Valentinus in his wife's chambers, if I had to guess. So many bloodstains. I don't think they made it out of here alive. Even a former leader of the Order was helpless when death came calling.
All right, Jiminy, you're being Captain Obvious again. family photo. We've seen this before, or at least we've seen one like it before. A tracker was standing next to one in the underground facility much earlier in the game. A zillion little secret passageways. Not sure why you would need that, but hey, it's your mansion, you can do anything you want to do with it. I will say I am impressed with his library. It's really nice. Like, wow. All right. Is anything going to hop out and get me? Okay, so we're going to search, and eventually we want to go up there to grab that loot. Oh yeah, this weapon works against these guys really well. My own version of a taser. Some more upgrade materials, which is going to come in handy. You either find it in the game or you can buy it. If you go back to the real modern day, the present time Krat Hotel, most of the stuff is sold out. If you bought it all in the main game, it doesn't replenish. So you can go back. The DLC allows you to go back to the original Krat Hotel. So it's easier to either find a lot of crafting materials in-game or to use the NPCs that you find here in the DLC. If you can remember where they all are. I think I tried backtracking to the main game to find a DLC to buy thermite. When I eventually found him, he didn't have any, so it was a waste of time. Okay, we still have to figure out, once we take care of this level, we have to find out how to get up top, and we have to find out how to get some loot. That's behind one of these gates. Okay, well, now we found out how to get up top. Cool, we'll come back in a second. Let's just make sure we have everything. Alright, we're still going to get that. We can grab this one. And I think there's one more, this one, that I can't get. Yeah. Okay, so either it's a drop down, or there's a way to unlock the gate. Oh, nice. Wow, I should get something like this for my house. That's kind of cool. Okay, what about this one? Of course. Of course. That's because I was being greedy, thinking there's loot behind every single door. I'm like, alright. Were you hiding anything in here, buddy? Nope. You're just waiting to attack me. Alright. This one has something in it. Nice. This is good. Alright. So I think all that's left is for us to go up top. Yeah. I think we're still, yeah, we can't access that from here. So let's go back up. I think there's only one thing up here anyway. Actually, that's not true. There could be stuff behind these panels, but the only shiny object that I see is the one that's sitting on top of shelving that looks like you have to jump to. Once we take care of this chump. Yes, those are the philanthropists who've been helping out the children of Krat. Where's this lead? This isn't where it came up, I don't believe. No, it's the inside of the... Okay. So it is a drop down, or a climb down. Okay. Alright, now it makes sense. As I was wondering, how am I going to get to that object up top? But now I get it. I wouldn't have been able to get to it before, no matter what. I still have to make a jump, but the jump isn't as far as it was before. Actually, I guess the jump would have been impossible. I mean, it's not like the guy is a Olympic jumper. You can't jump that well. So let's take this guy out. We'll grab that. We'll grab that loot. Oh no, there's another gadget over there. So maybe we grab the loot first. And then we come back to that gadget. Okay. Yeah, it's just easier to climb back up. I was like, should I try jumping back across? Yeah, I'm not as good at the whole jumping thing. Okay, now let's see. Where was that? All right. So what do you open? Okay. All right. Oh shit. Okay. You can actually fit through the door. I feel like I should have equipped a fire weapon for this whole section of the game. I have a fire dagger, the salamander, which I use in the main game for about 3 seconds. But I have a larger weapon that's fire-based as well. And then, of course, I have the grindstones. Yeah, my electricity thing isn't doing anything but tickling this guy. Which I guess is what electricity can do. See what I mean? You have to be really close to cause any real damage with the shotgun. He figured it out. All right. Sorry. That was hilarious. He's really tanky. I guess because I'm blocking instead of parrying, I don't think I've broken a single enemy's weapon in this game. Like a couple of hits ago, I got a parry in because it changed the whole color of things. But my timing is just really bad when it comes to that. And the Fable arts really don't last as long with this particular weapon. There we go. Wow. Well, I got another quartz. Cool, I'll take it. I guess if you play through on New Game Plus, you will eventually get enough quartz to unlock everything. I don't think you can do it in one playthrough. Even if you buy the quartz, you find the quartz, you get rewards for killing enemies as quartz, I think it's all the same. I don't think you ever end up with enough to complete the game. It's a little bit like some of the stuff in Elden Ring. Alright, we have arrived at the last battle, which means I hear some fighting going on. I'm guessing Lea is in here fighting someone.
Where's the legend I faced before? Shut up, you filthy puppet! Oh, no. I must ask. Did you actually believe you could save your beloved apprentice?
Jeez. Holy crap.
And who might you be?
Okay, we have Joker 3.0. Alright, good, because I was wondering, am I going to have to fight this guy by myself?
Now, our guest of honor, Lea or Monad, take the stage one more time.
Well, we're actually doing some pretty good damage.
Oh, now this technique, this one I know. I swore an oath. I swore I would never be late again. I won't lose anyone else.
If we can keep him in the corner, that seems to be a good play. Holy crap. Wow. That weapon is so cool. Okay, so I'm guessing there's a phase 2. Yeah, because he's going even more batshit crazy.
The alchemists offered me nothing but boredom. But you two, you'll offer me something greater, won't you? Go on and show me. Share your pain. Show me your truest fears. As you wish.
Jeez.
Right into your eyes that will haunt you
Oh my god. This guy. I'm just trying to stay alive here.
how stubborn and foolish. How very human.
There's a lot of stuff going on in this little fight. At least she can keep him distracted while I heal the durability of my weapons. If I can just get a, oh well, too late. Oh no, I got it, a critical. I was like, if I can get a critical hit on him, maybe I'll kill him. Come on, just a little bit more. I don't want Lea to die. Oh, shoot. Oh no, not this move. Not this stupid move. Yeah, you have to have enough health to survive that little barrage. Okay. So, in keeping with my promise to show you guys the first death when I die, and then the final run, that's what I'm doing. I died a total of 6 times. Trying different weapons. You see I'm trying a different weapon now. I'm using the pokey acid weapon that I had early in the game. I think that's how I killed the puppet master in the main game, in the base game. It does pretty good damage over time. The electricity thing just didn't seem to be working. No, that's his human form. I wonder whether it'll work as well on his next form. So a couple of things is, 1, keep Lea alive. 2, don't get hit by this stuff. This is this bullshit move right here. Okay, we need to do some damage on this guy. Alright. So, at least he won't be able to catch me now. I was trying to hit him with my shotgun. I wonder if I can roll through that. Okay. We can get the critical. Nope. Yeah, we got it. Okay. Okay, we got you this time, Arlecchino. Oh, no. Okay. These. Okay, I gotta heal her. I probably can go ahead and try to kill him, but he's terrified me the whole fight, so I'm gonna try to get her out. There we go. Alright. Now we got this fight. I'm not worried about it now. Aha, there we go. The Blood Artist. Nice. So when we meet him in the main game, it's clearly after this fight. But I don't think he remembers the fight with me in it. I guess maybe I wasn't, because I went back in time to do this.
Thank you. It's yours now. All this time, I wondered why you look so familiar.
She realizes.
Now I know.
She realizes that was Carlo. Of course, Geppetto makes an appearance.
I believe in you. Carry on. Don't forget, this is your story now.
So I guess Geppetto killed Lea, took Romeo, and turned him into the Puppet King. Wow. And I thought he was a kindly old man. Okay, so we're back at the Eventide Krat Hotel. This is where we started the DLC. We followed the path of the butterflies to the Stargazer. All right, so there's some things that we need to do, I guess, if we want to. So the game is effectively over at this point. But we're going to do... Yes, I am going to switch to Lea's weapon because we have it. I will not switch to her outfit. I like my drip a little bit better. And it would obviously make sense if I level this up, which I will do, but let's follow this trail first. I don't know what that means, but it is kind of beautiful. I wonder if this is leading to Geppetto's room. There are these things pointing off in different directions, but I don't know whether each one leads somewhere. I'm going to follow this one. Okay, nope, not to Geppetto's room. Ah, okay, I get it. We can grab this stuff, but I think the seed that we planted way back when is what allows us to unlock this door, this gate. So that was why every time we interacted with the little flower pot where we planted it, nothing happened. If you're wondering, what is that for? It's for this room. Looks like Lea's room.
The painting. This must have been Lea's room. Who knew her memories were so close?
My dearest Carlo, listening to this song always reminds me of you. Do you remember the time we all gathered to play this piece together? We were happy then. They were precious, if all too short moments of happiness. Perhaps Perhaps those times were so precious because of their brevity. Why is it that we humans always look for more when happiness is already in our grasp? I couldn't appreciate what we had then. But that wasn't because I found you tiresome. After breaking ties with the Monad family, I was lost. I could barely take care of myself. So taking responsibility for you and Romeo, it was more than I could bear at the time. But in the end, you two saved me. You washed away all the spite and hatred in my heart. Legendary Stalker. A worthless title. That cruel end should never have been your fate. It was only when I held your pale, cold face in my hands that I understood that we should have stayed together. That I should never have left the two of you. But now you belong to the past. I shouldn't cry. It happens to us all. Eventually, I will join you there as well. No one lives forever. So in time, we will meet again. And in that moment, my wish is that I get to sit with you as the light of the sunrise washes over us, and we share a love. Together, your teacher, Lea.
Okay, so perhaps Geppetto didn't kill her. Maybe she'll appear in the next game in the series. I don't know. Questions, questions, questions. Okay, so we did that. Let's see what else there is to do. When the game ends, the credits will roll. I just cut that out. It'll roll right after the scene where you defeat Arlecchino and Geppetto shows up with his little box. It'll end at that point. Or at least the title credits will roll. And the end credits will roll. And I'm guessing if you wait till the end of the end credits, you'll get to the part where we got to. Which is, there are other things that you can do. You can do a boss run, which I'm not going to do. You can go back and, actually you can upgrade this wonderful weapon that you now have, which is what I did. And if you go back to the start and you sort of play through all of the areas again, it's not the same because there are no bosses. You'll find plenty of enemies that you can kill with the sword, but there are no bosses, so you don't really get to see the full action of the sword, which is a little sad that you can't do that. I guess you could if you were playing the main game simultaneous to this, and then you jumped into the DLC in Chapter 9, and then came back to complete the last, 2 or 3 chapters of the base game with that weapon. Let's go to the City Hall. I don't know whether or not, whatever the next version of this is, whether it's going to feature P as a character. The hint was that it would be Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, but maybe P will help Dorothy. I don't know. Maybe they'll be a team. I'm not sure. Okay, we're heading to this area because Rosora told us to. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Rosora gave us a little hint that we should meet here. So let's chat with her.
You came.
Of course I did.
I knew you would. So happy to see you again. Friends always meet again. So I'll wait for you. Again at the world's end. Farewell. My forever friend. Who looks like my dear Carlo.
Oh, that's kind of sad. And I guess part of the lore of this is that he doesn't really know who he is. He doesn't remember his past. Although I guess he might figure it out along the way with all the hints that are happening. And with the picture. But had I not saved Sophia, or granted her peace, which is what she asked for in the base game, my hair would still be black. And, you know, I would look more like the portraits that you've seen of Carlo than I do now with the gray hair. So we're all done. And what I'm doing now, as I wrap this up, is to just run through part of this little area using Lea's weapon. To sort of see what it's like to use. The handle is obviously very different from anything I've played with in the game so far. So, a little weird to get used to. Our bear friend here that beat me up so badly the first time. And he still manages to grab. Oh, it blocks better than the weapons I had. He grabs me again. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god, this is awesome. Oh my goodness. I love this weapon. Holy crap. So my two favorite weapons in the game is the bow and Lea's weapon. Man, oh man, oh man. Almost makes me want to go back and play through it again. Although, like I said, I don't think you'll have that weapon. Like, there's no... If you go to New Game Plus, unless I did it wrong, it will take you to the base game. Actually, I don't know whether I did New Game Plus. I might have just did New Game. Yeah, because I didn't have any of the weapons I had, so I must have done that wrong. So maybe if you go to New Game Plus and you do it, you'll keep all this stuff. I'm not sure. It would be nice because it's a game changer. This bow is a total game changer for a lot of the areas in the main game. But anyway, as I said, I'm supposed to be wrapping this up, and I'm falling back in love with watching the various weapon play. So it's a great game. It's fun. Great DLC. Very short. 6 chapters versus the main game, which I believe was 12. But it's really short. I mean, you can get through this in probably 10 hours or less. Does it have replayability? Yeah. You could go through this again, do things a little bit different, come up with a different weapon loadout. And if you do it a second time, of course, you sort of are a little bit clearer about what you need to do and what the enemies are capable of. Whereas the first time through, you really don't know. You know, so there are no surprises if you go through it a second time because you're aware of everything that's there. on a scale of 1 to 10, the base game, I think I probably gave a 10 to. And this DLC, I'll probably give it about a 9 point something. In terms of deaths, the most difficult boss in the game for me was Veronique. Thank you guys for joining me. This is Reg at PAX Area Gaming. I will see you in the next game. Likely to be Elden Ring, Night Rain, or Death Stranding. Not sure. We'll see. Take care. Bye-bye.